We have a trade up to the 30th spot. The Jets swap positions with the Packers. Good trade on the part of the Packers, in my opinion. There wasn't much they could have done there. And now for the Jets, you got to wonder what they're going to do. Maybe they do need a wide receiver because, Lavernius Coles is wearing out with all the abuse he takes. Jericho Cotchery's pretty good, but beyond that, they're just not totally sure what they're going to do there. So, let's see what the Jets are going to do. So I did a little bit of research on this Lawrence Jackson guy, and he sounds like one of those productive guys. He got over 30 sacks in his USC career, 50-some tackles for a loss, so he's a productive guy, but he wasn't overly flashy, just went out there and got the job done week in and week out. The more I think about it, the more I like it, even if it was a little bit of a reach. Everybody's reaching today, and, having a good pass rush is a huge part of winning your Super Bowls, as the Giants proved. And now we've got the New York Jets. Looks like their pick is in. And a lot of people are thinking either quarterback or wide receiver. Brian Brom, very realistic possibility. I think Devin Thomas is another great possibility. So I'm going to guess Brian Brom right now. But let's see what happens. Okay, here come the Jets. Ooh, Dustin Keller, tight end out of Purdue. I was kind of sort of hoping he would fall to the early second and maybe we'd trade up and grab him. But, from the Jets' perspective, I don't get this. They did just sign Bubba Franks. Chris Baker's a pretty good player. I do not feel this trade so much, but, could have been worse, but I think it could have been better. Now we got the Giants for the last pick of the first round. My guess right now is that they might actually take Philip Merlin to replace Michael Strahan because we know how much they love their pass rushers. I mean, they're just absolutely in love with what they have in terms of pass rushers. What else could they do? I could see them taking, let's see. Really, I think Merlin is their guy right now. And maybe they'll trade Shockey and something will come of that. So, we'll see in not too long. Okay, scratch what I just said. I think that actually the Giants, with all this wide receiver talent being right here, I think that's what they're going to do. Toomer's getting older. Burris is an injury concern on occasion. I think that the Giants are going to take possibly Devin Thomas, and that would give them one of the biggest wide receiver sets in the league with Burris and Thomas. So I'm beginning to suspect that. We'll see. Okay, here come the Giants. You like how Goodell plays to the crowd? Ooh, Kenny Phillips, safety. I didn't voice any suspicions about them potentially taking a safety, but it's a good pick. Obviously they have Sammy Knight, but he's an older guy. They lost Gabriel Wilson. They needed some sort of safety, and, Kenny Phillips is likely the next great safety in a great line of historical Miami safeties, so good pick for the Giants. I like it. Miami's back on the clock. Geez, what do I like here? Maybe they take not Philip Merlin. He doesn't fit their 3-4. Maybe they take a wide receiver. I don't think that would be such a bad thing. Maybe they go with Devin Thomas. I'll keep covering the draft for a few more picks, I think. So I'll see you in a minute. Here come the Miami Dolphins. Ooh. There goes Philip Merlin, the defensive end that you would have thought we were going to take if we were going to take a defensive end. Again, I'm good with Lawrence Jackson. I read up about him. He sounds like a pretty good guy. And now Miami gets this Philip Merlin fellow. I didn't know he fitted the 3-4 defense, but if he does, great pick for them to replace Jason Taylor. And obviously they have Zach Thomas, an older guy. Good athlete. And let's see, moving on, we got the Rams up next. I'll cover them as well. So my current suspicion is that they're going to take a wide receiver. I'm going to keep saying this until it comes true in all likelihood. But that's what I suspect. Torrey Holt's getting older. Isaac Bruce is out. Drew Bennett is nothing special. So that's my guess. Okay, Rams take wide receiver like I suspected, but it's not who I thought. Donnie Avery. This makes you wonder, what's happened to Malcolm Kelly? What's happened to, Devin Thomas and Limas Swede and Deshaun Jackson? Where are these guys going to go? So, I think it's a solid pick for St. Louis. Not who I would have taken, but position-wise, I agree with it. Now we got Washington picking again. I think they're going to go Calais Campbell. I think this is a guy that they wanted all along, and he's fallen into their lap, so I think it's... Well, the draft's starting to move really fast now. They're actually just starting to talk about the Rams picking up Donnie Avery, and it looks like the Washington Redskins picked up Devin Thomas, so the wide receivers are beginning to fall off the board. Pretty solid pick on their part. I think he's a bit of a one-hit wonder, but he's obviously a talented guy, quality wide receiver. I like it. I think he's going to help give them some size at a wide receiver spot where they have some small guys like Santana Moss and Antoine Randall. And now the Chiefs pick just came in, and they got Brandon Flowers, the cornerback, another good pick. I think he's a bit of a sleeper this season. I think a lot of people are just sort of ignoring him a bit. I think he's a very talented guy with potential to do some real damage in the NFL. Good pick on their part. And oh man, we're cutting through picks fast now. Looks like Green Bay is now on the clock, so we'll see where they go with that. My guess is they're going to be looking maybe, geez, I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking a cornerback, or maybe they'll take wide receiver just because there are so many good ones right here. So, okay. Yeah, I'm going to guess that. Okay, looks like the Packers pick is in. Jordy Nelson, wide receiver out of Kansas State. I did suspect they would take a wide receiver, but not necessarily this guy. I think it's a little bit out of the blue. And once again, where's Malcolm Kelly? Where's Deshaun Jackson? Where are these guys? I'm hoping they fall to us, but it's a mystery why these guys are falling into what's dangerously close now to the middle of the second round. So we'll see what's up there. Solid pick by Green Bay. Position-wise, I think they need to get more weapons for Aaron Rodgers. Now it looks like Atlanta is on the clock, and my suspicion is... Ooh, that's tough. I think they could go wide receiver right here because obviously there's quite a bit of talent that slipped in that spot. So wide receiver is my best guess. Atlanta takes Curtis Lofton, inside linebacker from Oklahoma, not a guy I knew about. But we're getting at the point in the draft where there are going to be people I didn't know so much about. So, it's a pretty good pick. They needed some linebacker help with Keith Brooking getting older. You had Demario Williams leaving to Kansas City. I personally wouldn't have done the pick, but it's nothing bad by any measures. So, next up we got Baltimore, and I'm thinking maybe, well, there aren't very many good cornerbacks left, but they could use some wide receiver help. Mark Clayton, we don't know if he's ever going to be anything. Derek Mason's getting a little older. I think they could use an infusion of talent there to help out Joe Flacco. They could also take some sort of cornerback or offensive lineman. I think they could go any of those directions and be happy, but we'll see in not too long. Trade. We just traded up with Baltimore, and now we're picking at number 38. Very interested to see what we do here. We could do so many things. I'd be happy with most of them. Hopefully we didn't give up too much. Hopefully maybe, I don't know, there's an extra a fourth or fifth rounder thrown in there maybe. I'm not sure. I'll know when I see. It depends on, what else was involved, of course. But I'm kind of hoping maybe we can get a running back out of here. Well, excuse me. Yeah, a running back out of here like Slayton. Oh, here it comes. Here's the pick. They're announcing it. John Carlson, tight end, Notre Dame. Yes. I wanted this guy about a year ago, and then he had a rough year at Notre Dame, but I don't think it was his fault. So I like it. Like it very much. It's a shame we had to trade up to get him, but I'm glad that we managed to come up with it. Makes me feel a lot better after the slight disappointment of the first round. Glad we got our big tight end. Hopefully he can make a big impact for us, and we know he's a great blocker. So, next up we got the Niners picking at number 39. Niners take Shiloh Rushell, and I couldn't tell you who this guy is, but I know he's an offensive guard out of USC, so position-wise, I think it's a good pick. I would have taken a wide receiver with all the, wide receivers that are available at this spot, but, I think they could have done worse, so helps replace Larry Allen and patch a very bad offensive line last year, so good pick. And now we got the Saints. Okay, just to wrap things up real quick, Saints take cornerback Tracy Porter out of Indiana. I like it. They needed a cornerback to replace Jason David. Needed some secondary depth, so it's a good pick. I'm glad they didn't go offense, and that's going to do it for me. That's the first 40 picks, so let it be known that I'm happy. It's been a fun draft, but that's all the video coverage I have for today. So I will probably see you guys after tomorrow.